Hey guys, it's Heather, and I thought I would do a get ready with me today. So today is Friday, May 15th, yes, and I have not done any vlogging this week. I have filmed a few, unboxings and that type of video, but I haven't had a chance to really vlog. It's been kind of a crazy week. Just things going on in the neighborhood, things going on with work, things just, life, I guess, in general. So I thought I would just do a quick, catch up with me, get ready with me type of video since I haven't filmed all week long. I did wake up this morning and I tinted my eyebrows with that lash tint stuff that I get from Amazon. I left it on a little too long and there's a little bit of skin, and I don't want to rub too hard because my eyebrows will fall out. So I tinted my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I don't know if I said eyelashes or eyebrows before, but they have a little more darkness to them. Now I have actually rescheduled my microblading. I had scheduled it early March for April, and then, in February for March, and then when everything happened, that got canceled. So I was postponing it, and things are opening. Most of our stuff is open, just not the way it was. So she's taking one-on-one. I actually had a dentist appointment yesterday. So, and that was different too. I had to go around the side of the building, not through the front door, knock on the door. They come to the door, they ask your name so that you make sure they have you on their schedule. Then you get your temperature taken by a thing that, that doesn't touch your body. After that, you go in, you wash your hands, they hand you a sanitized clipboard and pen, you fill out a medical questionnaire, and you sit in your car and you wait for them to have a chair available for you. They call you in, you rewash your hands, they bring you back to a fully sanitized area. This was my yearly checkout. I go over 6 months, but this was the one where they do the x-rays and all of that. So no cavities, yay. I've actually only ever had one in my life. It was a tiny one up in the top, so thankful for that. But so I did reschedule my microblading. There's a woman around here that apparently does a really incredible job, and I'm gonna get that done on May 26th. So I'm excited about that. I don't like having to draw them on all the time. I don't mind filling them in a little bit, but I don't really grow much hair here at the beginning. In the middle here is a very, very thin area, and I don't really have a tail. They just kind of stop. I had them microbladed years ago, or actually they were shaded. They weren't, well, I guess it's a microblading technique, but they were a shaded, and I didn't have the individual hairs. And that's what I want this time, is the little individual hairs put on. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm looking forward to having that done, because especially during the summertime when you're in and out of the pool and you're wiping your face on the towel. And I've also, when you're putting sunblock on your face, which I've already done all of that this morning. All my moisturizers, actually did a face mask and the whole shebang. But you put that on, and if you have your eyebrows drawn on, or in my case, I like to use little pomades and stuff, that comes right off on your towel. So, anywho, I am going to put a little bit of, I think I needed to go one shade lighter with this. This is that Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I heard everybody raving about it. That's why I went ahead and tried it, because I go through, where's that brush I like? A lot of different types of concealer. This one's almost sticky. So, and maybe that's what makes it creaseless. So I'm still learning if I like it or not, but I think I should have gone one shade lighter than what I purchased. I don't have glasses in here, or I'd tell you. This is, nope, can't see it. But I like to just put a little bit down here, just because I don't like to bring my foundation too high up, because it makes my under eye, because I have lines and crepiness and all of that fun junk up underneath there. If you're 30, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but this 47-year-old skin, and the fact that I used to go bake on the beach without sunscreen, and actually at one point in my life was using baby oil. That wasn't super smart. This is one, I love this stuff. This is the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. There's an SPF 20 in here. This one's almost gone. This is in 220 neutral. I think I will buy this again, but I'm going to use up some of my others. So that was kind of in my use up. I did finish up that Physicians Formula one. I'm not going to film that use it up thing. I cannot. Even the empties, the one time I filmed it empty, it drove me insane having the trash sitting in the house until I collected enough to film. I just cannot do it. I have too much of an OCD with things being the way they should be in their place and no clutter, and that just isn't something that's going to work for me to keep around the trash. I just can't do it. So, and then I think about it, sometimes if I use up a product that I really enjoyed using, I think, oh, I should hold on to this. And I might for a day or two, but I can't do it after that. I just can't stand the trash sitting around. Trash and recycle day around here, which is every Thursday night, last night, is a very serious business in my opinion. I like to get rid of all the extra stuff that's just sitting around the house. My husband actually jokes about how serious I take it. I go through it, I make sure there's nothing left. So I'm just not one of those people that can collect the clutter. So tonight, my neighborhood, even through all its drama that it's been going through here, we are doing a parade for the graduating, not just seniors, but anybody who should have graduated from one grade and go to the next grade. We are doing a neighborhood parade. Well, we will social distance. It starts at the clubhouse. It will go all the way through. It'll be the people that are graduating. They'll either be in their cars or on bicycles with parents walking next to them. And then they will end at the clubhouse, and there will be ice cream there for all of the kiddos. And I think that's really cool. Even though I'm an empty nester and I don't have children at home, I still think this is a really, this is what I would appreciate if this had gone, if my child had been in this time of life when she was graduating or he was graduating. So I think that's a really neat idea, and I'm glad that they're doing it. And I want to be out there to clap for the kids and get all excited for them. The neighbors across the street, those kids have been playing outside all the time, and I love it. How many of your kids or your grandkids sit inside on their social media watching TV or playing video games all day long every day? These kids are outside playing from sun up till sundown. Their driveway, they've been out there with chalk. Yesterday they had one of those big party tents that they put out over the driveway so the kids could color on the driveway. It's like a mosaic tile. I draw flowers and stick figures and happy faces. And these kids had taped off grids and made with stencils and whatnot. They had half the driveway is a mosaic tile. It's like, you guys, I'm going to cry when it rains. It looks that good. I was highly impressed with their talent. And they were out there for, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours yesterday. Even after it got dark, they were like, okay, you have to come in and you have to eat dinner. And I love that. I love seeing kids out there playing like I did when I was a kid. All right, so for powder today, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I do have the Pat McGrath stuff. I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure how I feel about it. So where's the little one? I've got a few things set up here right now. So here's the foundation that I'm trying. This is the Skin Fetish. Now, I did wear this in a video the other day. I think it was okay. I like the foundation itself. It went on very well. It stayed very well. It wasn't patchy or drying or anything. It was just a little on the orange side. So, and I feel like the powders are there too. And maybe I just got the wrong shade. Yeah, I got medium. So maybe I need to hold on to these things until like midsummer and see, because I do change my color. I have not self-tanned. I don't see the little under eye one. Where did I put it? Oh, I'm sorry. That is the under eye one. And then this was the loose setting powder. And I got that one in light medium. And it's still a little on the orange side. But I think that once I have, at least a fake bake on or something, I've just been not doing it here recently. I need to do it. I thought about it the other night, and then I was so tired after I got out of the shower. I was like, I'm just not, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow it didn't happen. And So I'm just gonna put this all over. I use it as my everything. I like to dump a little in the lid. And what I try not to do after I tint my eyebrows is put too much makeup on the eyebrow area itself, because it makes them disappear again. And I don't need any help making them disappear. And yes, I know I make silly faces when I'm doing my makeup. I'm not doing anything with my hair today. Like I said, tonight will be the parade. So last night was... Have you guys done any HOA meetings? For those of you that live in a community that have an HOA, we're doing them all virtually. And it's not easy, especially when I'm the secretary and I have to take all the notes and you can't tell who's talking. Some people had signed in on it with their names, so when they spoke, their name came across the screen. Others said caller number 6, caller number 7, caller number 10. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And then half the time, we live in an area where our internet is bad. And half the time I couldn't hear what was being said. So I'm hoping that the president was able to record everything. That's what I asked him to do, so I can go back through and try to I took notes through it, but anything that I missed, I might be able to fill those notes in a little bit better. But I don't like drama. I just don't like drama. Okay, so for eyebrows today, should I use this MAC? It's starting to get a little more difficult to use. Maybe I should go with a powder rather than a pomade. I think I do. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the soft brown. That's what I'm gonna do. Just to kind of blend in the areas that stuck to my skin this morning and fill in the areas that I don't have any hair, so the color doesn't have anything to adhere to. This thing spins in here though. It spins and I just kind of mix the two colors together. There is a line down it, so I think one's a warmer, one's a cooler. But I do like my eyebrows to be a little more prominent because I have such light, even my eyelashes are, on this eye I have a whole bunch of blonde ones. That's why I tint my own lashes. Oh, I really got messed up on those. That dyed, didn't I? I might actually have to use some pomade in that spot. Let's just pull that out again. So my husband is actually in between his calls today. He's working on the Vanderhall. It's a Vanderhall Venice, and we named him Dennis the Venice. The other day we were driving through the little town we live in, and this semi-truck started getting over into our lane because he didn't see us. And I'm screaming. I mean, your butt is not even a foot from the ground when you're driving around in this thing. He didn't see us, and the horn was a little weak, so he ordered what's it called? An air horn that makes a much louder noise. So he's out there installing that just so that when we're out there, we have a little bit more line of defense. We had to go up to, yes, I actually installed a shift knob to it the other day. So we had to drive up to the dealership. We took the Venice up to the dealership and got stuck in traffic on I-75 South. There was an accident up ahead, and we are surrounded by semi-trucks in this thing. And you're little bitty, I mean, they're all like waving, going, hey, does that thing get good gas mileage? And we're like, oh yeah, it does. We passed a couple of skunks that you could smell very clearly from there. But it was a long drive home, and I don't like interstate driving. Even when we were on the motorcycle, I liked being in the mountains, doing the twisties and where the scenery and stuff is. So I'm trying to use up this, I feel like I've had this eyebrow gel for 100 years. And it's still wet. Just to make the few hairs that I do have behave. Because I have these fun little pieces that say, oh, you want hair? Great. I'm going to stick straight forward. So I did do a mixture of the two of those on my eyebrows. All right, and this I use, I don't know, this is a Sigma eyebrow. It's got the little angled side and a spoolie on one side. That's my favorite brush to do my eyebrows with. And I got this in a sample. And I normally use my Thrive Cosmetics, but I'm really liking this. This is by Petite and Pretty. Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara. So I'm using this up too. So those are the 2 mascaras I'm working with right now. All right, I'm going to work on some bronzer. And I'm playing with my different brushes. It depends on the bronzer I use, whether or not I want it to be, I don't know, whether I'm trying to sculpt or just highlight or whatever. Today I'm trying not to do too much, only because I'm really not going to be going anywhere today. Emily is having her steps put on her back deck today. She's crazy excited. So I'm still using up this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't even know if it's showing up on my skin anymore. Honestly, I don't even know how long I've had this thing. It's on my use it up for this year. But I just kind of go inside that little area that I've got, that dent that goes underneath that bone right there. With that, a little bit up in here, just to make me look alive. A little down here. So what are your plans for this weekend? In your area, are you able to go out and about and do stuff yet? And if so, what have you been comfortable doing? And that's kind of where my mindset has been is, okay, it's open, but how do I feel about being in there? Do I feel like this is a safe place to be? So, and I do, you know, with the brow place, it's an individual. She has her own studio. She's sanitizing in between. She's wearing a mask. I will probably be wearing a mask, so I'm not worried about that. And I've actually, I know somebody who just got their touch-up done with her, and she said it was, you know, it was done very well. All right, so the other day I opened up my BoxyCharm Premium, and this was in it. I don't have this one. I had the ones with the shimmer. So I'm actually going to try this today. This is the Too Faced Natural Matte. So I just think their little containers are pretty. I mean, nice and hard, well made, super pretty. Oh, so do I want to do that or do I want to do this one? I wore this one the other day. I wore this one when this foundation seemed a bit warm for my skin. My plan was to play on the warmth, and these colors in this little Viseart, excuse me, they're just so pretty. I had fun playing with those, but I think I'm going to do, what am I feeling today? I mean, I'm not doing anything with my hair. My hair is staying just like this with a headband and a ponytail. Decisions. At least I'm only deciding between these 2 palettes. You know what? I'm going to put them both out and just see where my brush goes. I have a tickle in my throat. I am going to use Heaven as because my creme brulee, this is also in my use it up. That is about used up. I'm having to dig my brush into the edges, and I might just, let's see how this Heaven looks. Oh my gosh, hold on one second. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. So, okay, let's see how this Heaven looks and if this is gonna be a good replacement for that creme brulee from Wet n Wild. I use this, I didn't put any primer on, that's okay. I have been using eyeshadow primer. You know what? Let's just do it. Where'd it go? I really like this stuff. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. There we go. Had to get the lighting just right so I could read what it said. And I just put a little bit on each eyelid. And I go back in and just kind of spread it around with my fingers so I got my makeup on my finger. And I think today I'm also going to do a gel manicure on myself. I've been using cuticle oils, nail strengtheners. I know that, Kelsey, was it you that told me that you use that Hoofs cream? I actually have some of that, so I started using that again. But there are a couple areas just here on the edges that are feeling a little brittle, I think. I mean, I'm doing the very best I can, but I feel a little more confident, and I'm not so worried. Like grabbing a toy from the dog. These are I don't want to snap my nails, and I feel like the gel on there, even though it's a little more difficult to get off, my fingernails feel a little more secure. So like they're not so easy to break. Okay, so now we'll put this heaven on. I'm going to take it from my brow bone into the inside corner of my eye. I'm looking at that nude goals, and that nude goals might actually go inside my eye. I'm going to put a little bit of that. Let's just see what that nude goals does. Give you a little bit lighter. My robot vacuum is outside my bedroom door. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. I did shut my bedroom door so it wouldn't come in here while I'm working. All right. Feel the hair. Look at myself trying to decide what am I feeling? Warms? Am I feeling cools? What am I feeling? Let's pick up a brush. Let's just go with, let me get my color switch because I just washed my brushes a couple days ago. So this one still has, this is from when I used the peachy tone of the Mercier little Petite Pro palette. I don't know what to do. You know what? I am going to go with the warmer tones with the Mercier. So I want to take, these have colors, they don't have colors. This peachy tone right here, and I'm going to go down on my movable lid. Just because this color makes me happy. I have no idea what I'm wearing today. Don't really care. I don't usually try to match my makeup to my clothes. I mean, unless it's like my lipstick or something, because I don't want to wear something that's going to be a ridiculous clash. But 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing a nude lipstick anyway. Or just a balm. I just put a little bit of color here. For some reason, this seems so sunshiny and happy to me. I'm going to go back and tone it down in a minute with some other colors, but I just wanted to just kind of sheer it out up there a little bit. We'll see how this turns out. I've only used this palette one other time. I got this in the Sephora sale. All right, I'm going to go next with the chocolatey color next to it. Just in the crease area here. We're also trying to figure out, it doesn't affect my household here because we don't use the neighborhood pool. Because we have our own, and there are several other people in the neighborhood that have pools. I think there's 4 of us now. 3 of us. I think there's 3 of us that have pools. But everybody else for the summertime, you know, by now that pool is about ready to open or is open. So depending on how hot it's been, because last year it opened early because we had an early summer. This year we've got a little bit of cold temperatures that came back in. We got like a nice little extra week of March and the beginning of May. All right, let's blend that out a little bit. So we're trying to figure out how to open the pool because I mean all the kids are home, nobody can travel to go anywhere, and it's getting really nice. We're supposed to have July-like temperatures this weekend, which that's fine with me. But you know, with the social distancing, you know, and there are rules and regulations for public places, how many people, how far apart you have to be from each other. How do you do that in a pool? So we're thinking about like a sign-up sheet where this amount of people are allowed to go down there at one time in this block of time. But if they do a sign-up sheet and then you have bad weather and it rains, how does that person, did they just miss their turn? They have to wait till the next one. How does this work? I want everybody to be happy and everybody to be able to enjoy their summertime. But I don't know how this is going to work. All right, I'm going to take that same chocolate brown color. I don't feel like wearing eyeliner today, so I'm going to just take this little short brush. This is BK Beauty 204. Put a little bit on that, and I'm just going to smudge it down here on my lower lash line. Just for some definition on my eyes, because I don't feel like pulling out the eyeliner today. I feel like there's going to be quite a bit of outside time today. We were outside a lot yesterday. I don't know if we have to mow the lawn or anything today. Hopefully not, but what seems to be happening here is every day that I get up and I wash my hair and I use my my Dyson to curl it, Adam's like, well, let's take a ride on the Vanderhall. And then I have to put a helmet on. And so all that work was for nothing. I'm going to take this also just up above my upper lash line on my, because I don't have a lot of eyelashes. They're not super short. I just don't have, they're not thick and voluminous. So if you just close your eyes a little bit, you can just rub them together there. To me, that's easier than, you know, trying to pull the end of your eye out. If you're like me and you have lines in your eyes, this helps. Less tugging on your eyes, I guess. My babies are underneath my feet. Okay. Put that back. Let's see. Use that spoolie to pull these lashes up. Okay. Put my little lid back on my, I don't feel like putting too much on. Just feel like a kind of a light look. All right, let's curl these lashes. And I'm going to use this little Petite and Pretty until this one's gone. I might actually try finding this again. I got this in one of my boxes as a sample, and I like it almost as well as I like my Thrive. And I'm not sure. I guess I need to read the tube and find out exactly where to get it. Google will be my friend. I should have set my face before I started with mascara. I always forget to do it. My setting spray is right there. Need to do a couple loads of laundry. I need to send back my Stitch Fix that I did the other day that I kept one item out of. I did find out that anything that you want to return, well, I got an email back from Stitch Fix telling me that I could add things that I bought from Shop Your Look. I can return them in my Stitch Fix bag, and they'll credit me as soon as they get it. So that works for me because I didn't get return labels for all of them. I'm exchanging one and returning the other. So okay, just a little down here on the lower lashes so they're not forgotten about. And I got a little bit right there. Okay, now I need a little bit of, I'm going to use this, and since I went with oranges, I'm going to use, start with the Butter Blush Natural Glow. It doesn't show up much, but I'm not feeling too much on my cheeks here. Just for a little bit of brightness. This is kind of a peachy pink. And then we're going to put, find the right brush. I washed everything, so everything went back kind of in its own place, into a new place. This is the dim light, little bitty hourglass thing. I'm just gonna put a little of this up here on my cheekbone, a little bit on the tip of my nose, and a little bit right here. Okay. And the last thing I want to do, I think I'm going to try one of these lipsticks that I got from the Sephora sale. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips. This is In Love with Olivia. I have plumping lip balm on, so I'll just go over top. Yeah, I think that looks pretty. And I think their little tubes are really, really cute. I have an itch. And that's it. I'm going to throw on, actually we're in a tank top and a sports bra right now, and I'm going to throw on a t-shirt and some jeans and get busy with my day. So thanks for spending some time with me this morning. If you have any, I'm probably not going to list all the items that I use below because I forget what I used all the time. So I apologize for that. I know I suck at that. I suck at that. What can I say? But I did try to call each one out as I did it. So hope you guys are having a very happy day. I hope you have a fun weekend. I hope you're getting some nice weather and you can actually get out and about and do some stuff with your families and that you're in a safe environment, whether it's yard work, planting flowers. I need to go into my garden and pull weeds and get it ready for, I was going to seed tomatoes and I missed my window for seeding as I seed them inside the house. So I'm going to have to buy some organic tomatoes somewhere and get them planted, but not yet. It's not time for that yet. So I just need to get the soil prepared. I need to get everything cleaned out and get that ready to make some plant. I think I might do some like summer squash or something. So that may be what I do this morning. And then I know this evening we have the parade. And of course, I'm going to run over to Emily's house later this evening and see how her steps turned out in her backyard. This is going to make things so much. She's done. They have done a lot of. I need to sneeze. I don't sneeze pretty, so I'm going to spare you from that. But they've done a lot of renovations to their house as far as painting and reorganizing and removing things and yard work and stuff. But the one thing she's never had is a way to get off of her back deck. So if they go out on the back deck, in order to get down to their backyard, they have to go into the house, down through the garage, and out the back, or out through the gym. And this will be, and they've got lots of plans back there, but this will be, they can go out through the back deck and run down where the fire pit is and into the backyard, and the dogs can go out there. They'll be in the front yard less, which is safer for them. So I'm really glad they're getting it done today. And she's crazy. She called me this morning. She's like, oh my God, they're on their way. All right, guys, I'm sure she'll do a video of all of that. So check out her channel and I will list her below. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and I hope you're finding some happy in your day and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.